internet, my name's Lave and I watched Terminator Genisys and now I'm going to tell you what I thought about it. Okay, so I wasn't going to review this film because it's not a new release in the cinema and it's been available to buy and rent on Blu-ray and DVD for quite a while, but I was asked to give my thoughts and opinion on it, so shout out to Botley Boy for the question. Cheers, mate. Okay, so I straight up love Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 Judgment Day. After the disappointment of Terminator Rise of the Machines and Terminator Salvation, when they announced that they were going to release this, I was a little bit meh. I really didn't care about this. But then the trailers got released and I went from meh to, oh my god, they're going to make Terminator good again. They've gone back to the 80s and everything. And then the final trailer spoiled it all. Seriously, if I was going to do an enjoyment tracker for the trailers alone, it would have gone like this. Intriguing. I'm really intrigued. Now I don't give a shit. Seriously, the final trailer spoiled it all. This is really making me nervous about Batman v Superman because there is a similar pattern emerging here. First couple of trailers got me really excited. And then the third one gives you a clear indication of what's going to happen in the first, second and third act and tells you who the villain's going to be. Yeah, really worried about Batman v Superman. Anyway, so with that in mind, this review might have some light spoilers, so here's your warning now, but I'm not going to spoil anything that wasn't already shown in the trailer. So the people behind Terminator Genisys are trying to follow the trend in Hollywood at the moment, in that it's rebooting it with alternate timelines and time travel. It's trying to do what J.J. Abrams has done with Star Trek, and what Bryan Singer has done with X-Men Days of Future Past. The biggest difference is Star Trek and X-Men didn't overcomplicate an already complicated premise, and was good, and this doesn't pull it off. Having said that, it does kind of start off quite positively, minus the Inception bomb, which seems to be in everything at the moment. You get the inevitable narration which fills you in about the whole Judgment Day and the bombs going off and blah blah blah. But then it drops you into the future world, which you've seen snippets of in Terminator 1 and Terminator 2. They've done a better job than they did in Terminator Salvation. The imagery does kind of feel the same as James Cameron's, but they've definitely taken notes from X-Men Days of Future Past. Laser prisons! So John Connor is this time played by Jason Clarke, and I actually liked him in the first half an hour in this film. This is the John Connor that has embraced who he is and he's doing what he's got to do. He's leading the resistance with his right-hand man Kyle Reese, played by Jai Courtney.
What?
Oh, Jai Courtney.
Why wouldn't you say something?
So they're leading the assault, or rather the secondary assault, because the main one is really attacking Skynet's central core. They're going after another target, which is the time displacement unit, which is when the first Terminator gets sent back and you see, young Arnold, I told you I'd be back. So they don't get there in time to stop the original Terminator going back, so they have to send Kyle Reese to intercept him before he kills Sarah Connor, bringing the story and the paradox from Terminator 1 full circle. So he arrives in the 80s and everything's kind of the same. Did you just see a real bright light? But then a young Sarah Connor turns up, played by Emilia Clarke, spitting image of Linda Hamilton, the badass Linda Hamilton from Terminator 2. She's aware of Judgment Day and she knows what's going on. And the reason for this is because another Terminator was sent back to kill her when she was younger, and a different Arnold was sent back to protect her then. Now that's really interesting and I wish I'd seen a bit more of that, but it's underused in throwaway comments and a flashback. So that Terminator became her guardian and taught her how to fight and prepared her for Judgment Day. Which brings us to the main selling point of this film, is that they managed to bring back Arnie, and I'm kind of sold on that storyline. As I said, if they'd have shown a bit more of that, it would have made this film a hell of a lot better. The problem is, you have seen the first half of this film in the original Terminators, and you've seen the second and third act because they borrow ideas from other films, such as The Matrix, The Dark Knight. Did I mention Inception's bomb? The second and the third act is just generic chase scene after generic chase scene and standoffs and gunfights. And they rip off other ideas from other films. For example, a vehicle dangling over the edge with the protagonist hanging on for dear life and then it falls. I've literally seen that in Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Superman Returns, The Amazing Spider-Man, Avengers, Age of Ultron. Seen it all before. And it was kind of cool to see young Arnold face off against old Arnold, but the guy's just become a complete parody of himself. This time round, the catchphrase is,
nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
It is nice to meet you.
And the smile gag, what the that joke didn't work in Terminator 2, which is why Cameron cut it from the original cut and you can only see it in the special edition. They even dragged J.K. Simmons into it, continuing the trend of winning an Oscar and then doing a pile of shit afterwards. Okay, rant over. That's my thoughts on Terminator Genisys, and pause the video now if you want to have a look at my enjoyment tracker. If you get any enjoyment from it, it will probably be from the first act. That's just nostalgia playing tricks on you. I wouldn't recommend renting it. I certainly wouldn't recommend buying it. If you have to watch it, wait for it to be aired on TV. Nice bit of consumer advice for you. And thanks very much for watching. And if you liked the video, like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it. Either way, tell me in the comments. My next review is going to be a big one. I got my tickets booked for the 21st of December. The Peanuts movie. Nah, I'm only kidding. It's Star Wars. Comment!